Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Teesha. Today we're doing another pretty big post-burn reviews. We have 3 single wicks and 7 three-wicks to go through. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts, how they burned overall, and if I would plan to repurchase them or if I recommend them to you guys. A lot of these are some candles I've had in my collection for a little bit. So I'm still working on current burn reviews, but then these get rotated in to burn throughout the week after. Some of these are reset candles, which I talk about a lot, where I burn them in between reviews or current burn reviews, which is just my impressions. Like, again, I'll always say, don't forget to watch multiple people's reviews on a candle performance, but that way, you know, I go back through and I rarely leave candles that I've been starting to burn unburned. So like right now I'm burning through some tropics because that was the ones I was current burn reviewing, and I've been working on the Goose Creek cereal candles. But yeah, I definitely use some of these candles for resets. They cleanse the air. I've been opening up my windows. And like I said, just different things. I burn candles in different parts of my house. So I have multiple candles in here because I burn 1 or 2 at a time, maybe 3. You know, like I said, I just enjoy the ambiance. I enjoy the experience. So let's jump right in. I went through 3 single wick candles. So I don't have scent notes on these, but I can tell you what like like I've mostly got out of them. So the first was a Mainstays Peach Mango Popsicle. This does have the scent notes. It's mango, peach, and ylang. And this was the strongest of the Mainstay single wicks that I have tried. I thought it burnt pretty good. It, didn't put off any soot. It pooled all the way through, and it was actually kind of a fast burn, but I could smell the mango the entire time. So this was a strong little single wick. So I was really happy with this one. And again, I feel like when you get these Mainstays, they're $3. You have to be okay with either burning a couple of them together if you really want it to project through your space, or just having a smaller space for these. But none of them have performed badly. This was the strongest one out of all the ones I tried. So I will definitely probably pick this one up again. But for you to recommend, I would say give them a sniff on cold and just know that maybe you need a couple of them to fill a space. But I don't think they're bad at all. So I was really happy with that one. These 2 were both super strong. I just finished a bubbly rosé. I had this in the living room and I could smell it. And it was actually projecting because I know what this smells like because I burnt a 3-wick of it. It's definitely cranberry, rosé, like that boozy note, and then some orange. But I burnt this in the living room and I could smell it everywhere. It really did project from the single wick. And as I've heard so many reviewers say, so I just want to reiterate it, like you really aren't going to get a huge projection, but because you have to look at how much space it has to pool so that it's burning the oil, which is what you're smelling in your projection in your throat. So you're never going to get that in a single wick. But again, for me, it's just, I love blending these. I love just lighting a couple of them to get a couple of different scents in the air. So I enjoy single wicks for all different kinds of things. But again, I do think I have a video I'd like to put together of some little powerhouses or something like that, because I've had some single wicks lately that are performing just like a 3-wick. And if you live in a smaller space, or if you live with multiple people and maybe some of them don't enjoy candles and you don't have that bigger space to use, this would fill a bedroom for sure. This would fill a bathroom, your own little personal space. And it is a really delicious fruity, drinky scent, fruity drink scent. My words today. But as you can see, it burnt really evenly and it burnt all the way down. Like I could put this on the warmer and still get a little bit more out of it, which sometimes I do. But I have some really good things in my warmer right now. So that is that. And it was a really good one. I would definitely repurchase that. In fact, I already have one that I backed it up. So this was a semi-annual sale find, pink watermelon. It was so good, you guys. I already talk about this one, but it burnt really evenly. And it was super strong. Again, another one I threw into the living room. Actually burnt for a little bit bubbly rosé with pink watermelon. And it was delicious. I was like, yep, it's making me feel summery. I really enjoyed this. So this is a scent I really recommend if you love fruity scented candles, and you could get it in a single wick. I think they're coming out with this one in a single wick. This was from SAS, so this was like a tester candle that they were using for wallflowers, but I really recommend this in the wallflower too. Like there's just something about this one that is so strong, but not in an offensive way. Like it's strong, but it's like good strong. So I like how juicy, it's mouth-watering almost. Like it makes me want a little Jolly Rancher or something because I can really smell this everywhere, and it kind of sticks to me too. Like I can smell it on my clothes when I leave, and if I didn't wear pink watermelon today, I'm like, wow, that little candle, good job. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the two three wicks that aren't from Bath and Body Works. So I did, on recommendation from Sneaka, well, not recommendation, but like she reviewed it and talked about it so highly. I ran to an Aldi's and found one Cabana Linen. And I talked about this in a fresh blend video because this one was so beautiful. It's like someone with expensive perfume walked through your clean house. So it has a clean freshness to it, but it also has this sweet, pretty, like I said, lingering perfume. Not masculine. It's very feminine to me. And I'm not sure the scent notes, but this also, it just gives you a big whiff of like really good laundry detergent or fabric softener. So it's just, I really enjoyed this as a reset. It really cleansed the air. Opening the windows and burning this, I couldn't smell anything that was lingering. And I've been opening my windows a lot lately. So, I mean, it's like it's 70 one day and then it's 20 the next day. And I just really feel like at the beginning of that, I don't know, a couple of weeks that I was doing that, I felt like the air in my home changed because it hadn't been a long time since I'd opened those windows and let some fresh air in. So there's something to that for sure. But this is just beautiful. I really wish that they would have made this one of the scents that you could always pick up at Aldi's. I would pick a couple up because it just smells like as you're doing your laundry and the fabric softener is really kind of coming through your dryer. That's what this smells like. But also as it travels, it projects. It really does. It throws, it projects, it's strong. It's like you've cleaned your home and you can actually smell someone's perfume that's lingering throughout the space. So that was a really good candle. I can't recommend it because they kind of come and go from Aldi's, but that was a really good one. I hope they bring it back. So Cabana Linen was a yes. Okay. I did burn through a Goose Creek candle. This is blueberry cheesecake. This has notes of blueberry pie crust and cream cheese. One thing I will say is I really like Goose Creek's candles for their bakery candles. They're so authentic to me. Like I never smell artificial blueberry, artificial banana. It really smells gourmand. So I think they do a really nice job of mixing their scents. And it stays that way all the way through. Now these are 14.5 soy wax blend. And for this one, I really got the like tart blueberry with the cream cheese. I didn't pick up the pie crust as much, but it definitely smelled like a like a cheesecake to me. I got the cheesecake even without having like that pie crust note, because it was so creamy. There was a little milky scent, but it didn't smell spoiled. And like there's a pungentness to cream cheese, but it doesn't smell like vanilla or anything like that. But I really could pick it up in here. Now I will say that that is something that I really like about Goose Creek candles. But again, this one pretty much was sooty most of the way through. Not bad, but like constant. And that's the thing. It doesn't go from half the candle, you don't have any soot, to like the last little bit is sooty. It's like there's constant soot. That's probably what people are calling the soot creek part. And it makes me sad because I feel like as a candle brand as a whole, I really enjoy their candles. It's way up there for me. But that soot, when you see it, you can kind of start to see it on your walls, and it just starts to make you think like you're breathing that in. And so I have some candles I love from Goose Creek, and I'll continue to purchase from them because I like their candles a lot. But when the reason why I'll have like 5, this is what I'm trying to say. The reason I'll have like 5 Bath and Body Works or even 5 Huntington Homes and 1 Goose Creek candle in a post burn is because this was enough soot. The other 5 didn't put off as much as this one. And it was just a constant little stream instead of like 75% was a clean burn and then the last little bit got gross. No, this is a constant little sooting stream. So for that reason, I have to be honest with you guys. When I talk about Goose Creek, it's the good, the bad, and the you decide. I thought the scent of this was amazing. It threw so good. I can pick up a Goose Creek candle within 20 minutes of it burning. And that is pretty consistent. Like I said, it's not a 50-50 on whether it's going to be scentless wax or really strong. What I get on cold is what I usually get on burn. Now that could have something to do with that soy wax blend, but the sooting is consistent too. So I just have to tell you all of it. I can't tell you what to do with your money or what to do with your house and what you're going to burn. But, you know, like I said, I kept, for Goose Creek, I trim my wicks. I always trim off that little bit at the top because I feel like if you keep your wicks trimmed with these, it seems to be the only way you can manage the soot, but you're still going to get some. And like I have another review I'm going to do of the cereal collection. It was 50-50. Two of them were clean. I burnt almost to the halfway point of the candle. Two where the first burn was pretty clean, didn't notice it. The second burn, I had to put them out. It was sooting that much. And I was like, so again, this might be a candle company that you would like to warm or crock. I don't do that as much. I like to burn. And I don't say like, you should buy your candles not to burn. I'm just saying there's ways around the soot. But I just wish that they could figure that out and work on that. And I'm just saying, I really feel like they could like take the lead again in candle companies if they just worked on that sooting issue. You know, I'm thinking soy wax blend, so it's got to be a little bit of a cleaner wax, but I don't like the soot. It doesn't make me feel clean. And like I said, I can clean my walls, I can clean the air ducts, but I'm thinking about breathing. I'm always breathing that in. It just always kind of has this little puff of smoke coming off of it, and I just don't love that. So those are my thoughts. There was a lot of thoughts there. I hope you could dissect that. But I really love the scent and I really love the strength and I would like to recommend them. But I feel like if you ordered 6 candles, 3 of them are probably going to be soot monsters at least. And I don't get that with every candle, so it's not consistent. So I can't really say like what it is about them. But yeah, this one was really sooty pretty much all the way through. And again, it's not horrible, but I tell you, I can look at this candle at any point in the burn and I could see the soot and I was like, I hate it. So moving on, let's talk about some of the Bath and Body Works candles that I burnt. So these are all older, but oldies but goodies. We'll start with this one. This is Sweet Mint Julep. I picked this up last spring. It has notes of crushed rosemary mint, splash of bourbon, sweet vanilla simple syrup. This one was really sweet, kind of minty. Again, not that all candle companies don't soot. This one was sooty for me. I, was really, as you can see, the wax got really, really gross. And like I said, the jar, it smelled really nice though. I thought it was kind of a really fun transition into spring. It made me feel spring-like. Like I was like, oh, I like the crushed rosemary mint aspect of this candle. It was unique to my collection. I don't have anything like it. And again, I can get the sweet simple syrup, the crushed rosemary, like herbal aspect, and then that bourbon. So it was a very unique candle. I'd say the strength was a medium, but it was projecting. And like I said, those two things are separate for me. It was projecting, but it wasn't projecting a strong scent. It was projecting a like sweet, syrupy, minty scent. So I liked this okay. Would I repurchase it? Maybe. And again, the soot didn't bother me as bad in this one. This one wasn't visible. But then when you look at the aftermath, it was sooting as well. So that's what I'm talking about with these candles. Why do we love these candles so much? Okay. Aiden convinced me into burning through our Teesha Keen Fiji White Sands. This is from last year. Had a really fun green lid. I love Fiji White Sands for its ability to reset your air. This has fresh cut sugarcane, white nectarine, and sandalwood. This is the sandalwood that is like between the strength of a coconut sandalwood, but like stronger than some of those tropical candles. So you get it in here, but just nothing's ever going to be as strong as coconut sandalwood. That's all I have to say about that. But this is a beautiful, clean, fresh, like I said, that white nectarine. It just, all the notes kind of make a sweet, fresh, clean, powdery scent. And again, it's one that I will burn because it is very strong and it just cleanses my air. It kind of neutralizes everything and just leaves behind a light, clean scent. And I feel like I'm ready to burn something else and I know what's going on. So this is a repurchase for me. This is one of those like tried and true scents. It's not that exciting because we've had it forever, but you definitely know what you're getting if you've tried Fiji White Sands before. And it didn't let me down. It did sit on my shelf for a while, but I just decided, well, Aiden decided it was time to burn it. So the Teesha Keen candle, the one named after us, is now gone. But I really enjoyed that burn. Okay, a couple more, all good ones at this point. Island Papaya. I went ahead and burnt this in my bedroom. This is tropical coconut, fresh papaya, and sugarcane. This is so sweet. and fruity. It's perfect for a bedroom. I don't know. I never moved it out to my bigger space, but I really enjoyed it in there. This was just on my stand and I would like light it, read a book for a little bit, and it was really good. And it's just a sweet fruity. I don't really pick up, I mean, I guess I don't know my tropical fruits that well, so I would just said this was tropical and fruity and sweet. But I guess that's papaya. So I mean, I'm just not a papaya expert. But it was really nice, and I would definitely probably pick this one up again. It was a nice light scent, like so. It projected. There was a throw, but it was just a light scent. So it was just a light tropical sweet scent. Nothing else to write home about. The burn was pretty good too. I think that was pretty clean. Like I said, right at the end there, but you know how it is when you get down to the end of your candles. I wasn't probably watching it or might have went over the 3 to 4 hour mark, but for the most part, that one I didn't see any real like soot coming off. This one too burnt pretty clean. Okay, then I went through this pumpkin spice latte. I just love a good coffee candle every once in a while. I know this is fall themed, but I just like the scent of coffee. So this has notes of pumpkin pie spice, freshly brewed espresso, homemade whipped cream, sprinkling of cinnamon sugar. Yes, yes, yes. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. This one burnt pretty good too. Like I said, I'm not seeing too much soot or anything on that one. So pretty happy with that. And this is a strong candle. This is one of those candles that as soon as the like wick hit the wax, I could smell the espresso, the pumpkin pie spice, the fall, but it was not fall as much as it was coffee fall. So like I'm okay with it. You know, I'm still wearing sweaters. There's snow outside. I can see it right now. So this was a really good time to burn this, but I was basically just in the mood for a coffee candle. So I picked one of these out. I will repurchase this every time they bring it out. I love these kind of candles in the fall, but I also just love them as a morning candle. Light it with my coffee. You know, I have a couple hours before I go to work in the morning. So this was in the kitchen and it did a really good job. Okay, this is my last one for a reason. So I bought this candle last year at, I think, Summer Sass. And I actually bought this candle because I was making my Schitt's Creek What's Their Favorite Candle video. And this candle reminded me of the Rose Apothecary. So I was like, okay, I don't know if I'll ever burn it, but I have liked rose scented candles in the past. I tell you, I'm not overly floral, but rose, iris, like peony, those are scents I really do like. They just can't be too strong. Lilac's too strong for me, but this is soft rose petals, rain kissed ivy, and spring musk. So I went ahead and burnt this one. I do have one more in the white barn, but this was amazing. Oh my gosh, I miss it already. I enjoyed lighting this candle every day. This one went from top to bottom because every time I was going to put it away, burn something else, I wanted to smell this. This really made me think spring. This is a super strong thrower. And it really does throw a nice medium high scent. The rose, it says rose water, but like I could smell like rose petals almost. Like they almost felt like it was infused in the candle. And I don't know what spring musk is, but it did just kind of put me in the mindset for spring. I love this candle. Is that another train? Okay, we're back. The train is mostly gone. That's like our second train of the day. So I don't remember what I was saying about rosewater and ivy, but basically I love it. And it was such a surprise. Like I love smelling it on cold. I just didn't know if I'd love it on burn. I thought it would become too strong. This is nice and sweet and light and floral. And it really made me put me in the mindset of spring. So this became an instant favorite for the week. Like this was my favorite candle I burnt this week. And if you're hesitant to try floral candles, I highly recommend giving this at least a cold sniff in store because it was nice. It threw really beautifully. It has a greenery more than a floral, so it's not a choke you out powdery scent. It's almost like a real true-esque scent of a flower, like of flower petals. So if you like flowers but you don't want floral scented items, this might be the candle for you. And that might have been what they were geared towards. You know, some people just love a deep floral that's like so pungent that they can't barely breathe for a second. I like it to just be in the air, but like not affecting my air quality. I don't love to smell a candle and start coughing. That usually means it's going to be way too strong for me. But, you know, in the same way that lilac or pink lilac and vanilla is a sweet, pretty floral, so is rosewater and ivy. So this became a favorite. Like I'm definitely going to be on the hunt for more. As we know, Bath and Body Works is the queen of repackaging. They'll definitely be bringing this out and I'm here for it. So that was just my little PSA. If you're not one to, here's its burn. It did, I mean, you know, it didn't really have any issues. I would say sooty, but it wasn't really sooty. It was just, you know, a little bit of that wax residue. And the wax color was so pretty too. And that's why I mean, it looked so pretty. It smelled so pretty. This candle gave me the entire experience. So, you know, it's not my typical sweet floral delicious. It was just sweet, pretty, feminine. Like, again, it's not feminine in a way like this is only for women, but I'm just meaning like it just smelled sweet and light and delicate and feminine in a way where I would love this in a perfume. I wish I would have been more eager to try it when I saw it in body care, but I didn't. I know they came out with this in body care at one point, but yeah, I like it. And maybe it's just me changing. I mean, your preferences change all the time. Like not on every single thing, but I would have never gave this candle a try a few years ago. So I'm really glad I did, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I highly recommend you at least giving it a smell if you go in store. I know they have it in the whitebarn packaging. But that is it, you guys. Those are the 10 candles I burnt this week. Please let me know down below what you've been burning and loving. And I'll see you in a video probably tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye.